All right, we're back with Harrowings and the Passing Show, live with Hal Gill, your host. This has been pushed out on emails too. Committed in the first place. Beautiful linden tree across the way, or plane tree, if you prefer, by the Albanian embassy. Its colors are really coming out. A crepe myrtle is colored pretty nice. These are some of the plantings we have from way back. Newer planting. They'll get after it again. More of the lavender has died. That's kind of surprising. Little bird, little rose bushes, trimmed back pretty heavily by my neighbor. They're not blooming out as much as they were, but I guess maybe it'll come back. And little birds are just feeding. Got only one book left, and the little free library provided by the Romanians of DC. It's always a nice touch. That's outside the Embassy of Moldova, whose primary language is Romanian. Let's be able to cross here in a second as the light is changing on Florida. Has changed. A couple of cars coming through. Partway. Beautiful morning. Sunday. And it is lost track of what day it is. Let's see. It's 21st, 22nd, 23rd. It is 11/23/2025. November the 23rd. Yesterday was the anniversary of the assassination of John F. Kennedy, the death of Aldous Huxley and C.S. Lewis in 1963, when I was not yet a year old. Something to think about. The passing of history. And the whole aim of the Passing Show, if you're with me here, is our Deborah Greenhood and Jason C. guest, John Marshall, good to see you again, and Dodo Dingo, good to see you again. Anyhow, the whole point is to have a little primary documentation of the Passing Show for historians of the future, potentially. It's history as it happens. And I happen to be here now, so it's documentation of my presence on the earth, but it's also documentation of your presence and the world you're cohabitating with me, because I presume you're on this planet. So far, I think only a few are up on space stations. I think the 3 astronauts on the Chinese space station. We learned about that recently when they had a micrometeorite or space trash impact on one of their capsules and stranded them for now. And so you get the idea. Guess they're going to send up an unmanned one at some point and bring them home. Safety protocols. It is 8:16. We're going to make a loop down through the market. See who, what, when, and where, as that's a big part of what I'm trying to do here on the Passing Show. Yep. Purchase a bit. That's not right. Well, I go. Can't get this right. Some folks here in the Dolcezza hanging about. Straighten up my glasses a bit there. That was what that weird camera angle thing was. I like to do these with very low budget, no real steady cam or anything, just taking things in. Some music starting up soon there. Can't go on forever. So, as you see the market here, I think to myself about markets all over the world and how in some markets you might find them blowing up because of the kinds of forces that are motivating the psyches of human beings. It's something I'll probably dive into a little deeper at some point. Morning. We need to stay kind of aware of how the psyche of man is changing overall. The collective unconscious kind of impact every action has on everything else. The ripple effects that go out. Check out those Brussels sprouts. Check out what DNA can do. You know, we lost one of the discoverers of DNA recently. Good morning, Richard. Good morning. I keep forgetting his name. Funny. Ooh, look at that. We got pies. Gluten-free baked goods. Pumpkin pie. Mm. I really should think about what I'm doing. Hey. Good morning, guys. It is a holiday weekend. I might come back down here after I do the talk today with Jessica Alpha. We're going to have her on as a guest of Arrowing's podcast, as opposed to the passing show, which is just me filming who, what, when, and where. Don't be shy. Tell us where you are, what you're doing. You know, that'll be interesting for each other. And there are a lot of people who are tuning in now at 8 morning, 8:20 a.m. Well, fuck. Ooh, I can smell that. I wish you could smell it. It's bacon somewhere nearby. There's beautiful. Mafio! What's up? I'm coming. Microgreens, samples, little sauces put out. Oh, Italian Greyhound. So, where are you? Who are you? How are you? That's what I'd like to know. Where are you? Who are you? And how are you?
Yes. Like the monster right there.
Oh, there's our cheeses. Napoleon's Peak. That's great. Just wonderful cheeses. Here we got stack of turmeric. Antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, support your brain health and heart health. I can't really knock that. I definitely probably ought to bring a bag down here and do some shopping, get some veggies of different forms. A beautiful dog. It's a beautiful dog. Romanesco, purple broccoli, green broccolini, flowered. It's just another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Every Sunday, I get to stroll down here It's not quite as close as Eastern Market was from my old haunts at 2006 to 2007, 8, 2008. I lived right by Eastern Market. And I've lived here now 15 years in this neighborhood, safe and sound. And I think I might be able to make it another few months. Life is a cabaret, says. Just can't go on. So I'm just ambling, taking in the abundance, delicata squashes. Those are lovely. Lynn loves those. I feed her a lot of that. And we were talking about winter squash. And I was thinking about winter squashes recently as well. Kombucha squashes or something. Get exactly how they were said. So that was nice. I think we got to loop back and up through. Again, enjoying the passing show. Shut up, Hot Grace. That looks good. District chocolate. More food. Oh, cheese. Baked goods. You got all the permit today here. Now, this is one way in which we can help local businesses is to show up at farmers markets and mindfully shop for food as opposed to feeding always into the convenience of the supermarkets. Be the change you want to see in the world. Eat the seasonally available vegetables, and we really don't have much of an excuse for it except laziness. We go to the grocery store so often. Oh, thanks. Yeah. I'm rocking that beret, and it's good. Flowers, that's lovely. It's lovely to see the faces of people as well. They walk through. I just know that everybody is in the same boat. I was talking about that in the context of the Wooten brothers recently. Everyone's in the same boat. Check out the apples. Many different species. And the lion's mane mushrooms, an oyster, shiitake. You never know. You never know what you're going to see on the fashion show. Who, what, when, and where. Definitely need to walk and talk it. This can't go on forever. I probably need to branch out into the local economy more myself. Haven breakfast sandwich.
Sorry.
Actually, it might be worthwhile to see how much it costs to set up a stand over at the flea market. I don't know if the flea market will be open yet or not, but we could swing by there on the way home and seeing some of the same stands I saw earlier. What?
Wow.
Look at that. The old days. These are going to be the old days and not too long from now. I try to keep up with my memories on Facebook as well. It's a big part of what I do. And on Google Photos as well. They tend to lump together things that happened over a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, as much data as they have. It only goes back generally about 15 years, the data. A couple of characters I know there, Gunner, and I don't know the young lady. And they're just setting up over at the flea market, just beginning. Let's walk down here. We'll go up 19th Street, cut back over on S. And that'll be sufficient long. Gotta watch the clock because I do have Jessica Alpha joining us on Harrowing's podcast at 9:00 Eastern. That should be fun. Then, see, we have another one joining us. This is Laura Sierra has joined. And who are you? Where are you? How are you? Are the questions for the viewers of the Passing Show. Passing Show is just a little who, what, when, and where, a little broad primary documentation of life as it happens here in Washington, D.C., picking up a little bit of the folks who are about. I want to know about you, too. Who are you? Where are you? How are you?
Next to the bags.
How are you, part? Well, you can see that people are up in vertical. It doesn't look like anybody's suffering extremely. Ooh, books. Master Plots at 1975 annual. That's interesting. Little Flea Market. Good morning. How you doing? Good, and you? Yeah, great. Good here. Wearing my Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Partnership sweatshirt today. Checking out the leaves. Got a lot of fall color. This November 23rd, 2025. Been on kind of an extended sabbatical lately. Have tried to start Harrowings up as a going concern. Have a few paid subscribers, which I'm really happy about. They are my employers, my board of directors. If you'd like to be a board of directors of Harrowing and actually direct me to, be a paid subscriber. My paid subscribers don't tend to direct me much. They give me some suggestions from time to time, which aren't awful, but they don't feel like me sometimes either. So I take them into account. Okay. I think I need a list. Yeah. I've got a couple of meetings coming up, both today, podcast with Jay Blakesberg, cultural anthropologist out in San Francisco, photographer, just a all-around great human being, as I think most people will attest. I loved his stories and the Fare Thee Well book he put together. I got to look at that sometime. He also has a substantial YouTube presence. There are a lot of interviews that he's done as an interviewer himself, which I think are very fascinating. Documentation of the scene, kind of like what I'm doing here, only he does it in a more structured and professional manner. Mine is quite amateurish. It's just me with the camera, walking, talking, and being in the world. It's 8:30. That means the preamble stuff is starting up over at the Spiritual Awakening group this morning. I'm not there, but I was in their business meeting yesterday. Made some suggestions about group inventory because I really do think they need it. It sort of runs amok at times. And we really didn't address in the last couple of times we've been through the things we identified, except to note them in passing and move on. It's kind of like sound waves bouncing off the eardrums, voice crying in the wilderness. And I don't know. I just know how things seem to me. I'm more than happy to go with, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it ain't broke, or if it is broke, and you're unaware it's broke, then might be good to adjust. That's true of lifestyles as well. I mean, look within. Remove the beam from one's own eye before trying to remove it from your brothers or sisters or whatever they identify as. And that's the way it goes, you know? I don't know. Now I'm thinking about some of the power plays that have been made lately and politics, and not impressed. I'm not sure we should really have our government tied up in politics. Saw a squirrel. There's a squirrel. Don't see him now. Oh well. Ghost squirrel. I'm gonna cross, yeah. Keep on walking. So it goes. Keeps the lights on. Keeping my lights on. See the world as it's evolving. We've got Terod Naej. So I asked earlier, where are you? How are you? Who are you? If that's not obvious already. And just feel free to throw it in the comments. That's kind of the way of the world. It says that the internet connection is unstable. I don't know. Maybe that's true. It's like I've got 5G. I bet that's an old notification from when I was walking away from the wireless. Walking back toward it now. Emissary. Closing early. Okay. Hi. Oh, there are people in there. Yeah. You're probably closing early on Thanksgiving, giving your staff an opportunity to be with their families. That's nice to know. Dogs. 8:34. So I've got about 11 minutes before I can go live and start hovering for Jessica Alpha. She'll be talking about Petpedia, I think, among other things. Just find out the status of that app, how it's going, what's happening, getting the word out. She was noting this morning or last night, I guess 8 hours ago, or that she has 80 subscribers. So subscribe to Jessica. She writes good stories about her dogs. And there are some other examples of the species. Canines. A lot of genetic diversity in dogs. A little. What else have we got? Oh, retail spaces for lease along here. Quite a few of them. KLNB owns these two. Typhoon has wrapped up operations, closed up. What else? Automobiles running up Connecticut Avenue. Pretty quiet on Florida this instant, as some cars are turning from Connecticut onto Florida. I'm really boring this morning. I don't feel like really hitting on all cylinders, but I am up and around, walking and talking, and that's an important feature. May go back down to the market later. As I mentioned, there's a lot of good stuff out there. Things I might like to have. I have to check the refrigerator and see how that's stocked. Before I do that, I just brought in some peppers and broccoli from the car that were purchased at Aldi's yesterday in Williamsburg, Virginia. We were down visiting my mom who's in cognitive decline and charter senior living. Do look in on your elders, folks. They get lonely, you know? Take them out to lunch. Be with them a bit. It's okay. It's all right. Looks like we got the light with us for now. And we are back at the bunker, which I hold forth on occasion. I haven't done a broadcast on the bunker in I don't know how long. I like it. Here now. And a closet. Here now. And nobody's chimed in. I've asked who, what, when, and where you are. Julia Henry is joined. Okay, John Marshall's still here. Deborah Greenhood. I don't know. I just know how things seem to me. I could be wrong. This Japanese maple is really gorgeous, isn't it? Beautiful fall colors. I took some photographs earlier. Important to document the passing show. Important for us all to document our lives. And with that, thanks for joining. Remember, every cent spent is a vote for the kind of world we are co-creating.